how do you make boss career moves? How do you move from where you are to where you've always wanted to be? My name is Francesca Uriri, and this is Take the Lead Tuesdays, where I inspire women on how to live their best lives by taking the lead in business, work, and life. So let's talk about making career moves. It's kind of like we're almost at the middle of the year. People have been at a particular role or an organization for a while, and they're thinking, okay, maybe it's time to move. Maybe it's time to explore other options. Maybe it's time to see what's out there for me. So here's the first thing to learn about making boss moves when you're moving, when you're changing jobs, or you're trying to, do the next big thing in your career. First thing is know the why. Why do you want to move? Why do you want to change jobs? Why do you want to change roles? Sometimes it's not even about changing. It's not like you're changing companies. Maybe you're changing departments or you're changing locations within the same business. Why are you making the move? So for example, you could say, I've spent X number of years in this role and I feel like I've learned everything that I need to learn. The next level is A, B, C, D. So when you start off in your career, it's very, very important to know, even if you don't have like a blueprint, or even if you don't have like the vision staked out, always know why you're in it. Don't just be in it because you're like, well, I'm here because I don't have a job, I can do anything. Always know the why and always know what success means to you. So for a lot of people, they might say, so if for example, maybe you code or whatever, you might say the big place for you to get to is when you become chief technical officer. Or if you're in HR, you could say the big place for me to get to is when I become chief people officer or chief talent officer. Now that you know that, how do you get to the places that you need to go? So that's how to make career moves. You don't just make them because, I'm bored, and those are actually also valid, but list it out. So for example, say, this is where I want to go. What are the things I need to do to get where I need to go? Does that make sense? So let me break it down even further. So say for example, you've been in a particular role for 4 years or 3 years or 2 years or whatever, and you are like, okay, to become chief people officer or chief technical officer, I have to have spent a couple more years learning how to manage bigger teams, or learning how to be on the road, or learning how to, do different things. So you have to think about what is required for you to get to your next position. Those are some of the reasons or some of the ways that you make boss career moves. The second thing is timing. If, for example, your company, maybe you're working for a company that hasn't been doing so well, and you're like, and you go meet your manager and you're like, I want to move to another team, I want to move to another location. That timing is not absolutely the best, because the company is going through difficulties and all they're really focused on at that point is weathering the storm. So always pay attention to timing. Number 3, and this is what I said some of this at the beginning, list out the reasons why you want to make this move. It could be, I've spent X number of years in this role, I want to manage bigger teams, I want to move to a new location, I want to do a new thing. There's several reasons, and they're different for each and every one of us, but make sure you outline those reasons. Should I tell you why that's important? So that when roles open up, you're not just jumping for the sake of it. And people do that a lot. They're just like, there's an opening here, let me rush there. There's an opening here, let me rush there. That's not really strategic. It's kind of like how Nigerians say, anywhere belle face. It's just like, you're like, anywhere there's food, I'm going to eat. That might be strategic when you're hungry, but trust me, it's not strategic for your career. Another thing that you want to think about when you're moving roles, and sorry I keep saying this, but it's really like the ultimate thing. What is the zenith for you? What looks like success for you? At a particular point in your career, maybe if you spent like 10 years, 12 years, or 15 years, you want to start thinking, okay, what's the top of the ladder where I am? Is it being MD? Is it being COO? Is it being CEO? Is it being CTO? You have to begin to chart the course to those places that you want to be in. Sometimes it even means that you have to do an MBA. Sometimes it means you have to take additional short courses. Sometimes it means you have to take like leadership courses or strategic courses or innovation courses. These are some of the ways that you make like boss career moves. And then Also, networking. And yes, everybody's favorite topic. But like, what are you doing within your networks? Do people within your network know that you are open to opportunities? Please take note of what I said. I said open to opportunities. I didn't say going cap in hand, begging for a job. Sir, you know this recession. Ma, you know there's a recession. So I'm just looking for anything. I'm so desperate. Nobody likes a desperate person. Nobody wants a desperate person on their team. But put the word out and be like, oh, you know, I've spent an X number of years here, and these are the sort of opportunities that I'm looking for, right? Make sure that those within your network know that you're open to opportunities, and be very specific and particular about your opportunities. I can't count the number of people that I've heard say, if I say, okay, what do you want to do? They're just like, anything. Those are the anywhere belle face gang. If you want anything, you're going to get nothing. So be very, very specific. As in, let it be like as specific as the bull's eye about where you want to go and what sort of opportunities you're open to. And I'm a big believer in manifesting what you want. The more you manifest it, the more you're strategic. Like, even for me, sometimes I have like, you know, I write things down. I'm like, oh, I want to be at this company, blah, blah, blah. And most of the time it happens because I'm already manifesting like where I want to go, what I want to do, the sort of network, the sort of company that I want to work in, the sort of culture that I want to work in, the sort of colleagues that I want to work with, and the sort of experiences that I want to open myself up to. And then finally, I can't state this enough, make sure that you improve your competencies. There are a lot of people who are like, oh, I don't believe in going for short courses. What is that? Me, I'm very smart too. Well, going for short courses doesn't mean you're not smart. Going for additional programs, management programs, leadership programs, innovation programs, doesn't mean you're not smart. It just means that you're sharpening yourself. I think it's the Bible that says, iron sharpeneth iron. So you can't just be in a silo and waiting for the next big boss career move to come to you. So I hope that some of the things that I've shared have proved helpful to you. Is there anybody out there who is like, okay, oh, I transitioned to another role, I'm moving to another role, and these are the things that I did? Happy to hear from you. Please share in the comment section, and don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel. Take care, guys.